What do you expect from an investor to set up a fund with you?
I want the investors to have some real estate experience. Some were wholesalers in residential, some were buy, fix and flip, some were buy and resell on creative financing, some were buy and rent in residential, and some were just pure commercial. They started in commercial, either commercial repositioning and renting and holding for long term, or they just take the commercial buildings and then they just improve them and they take them to another level and hold them and then sell them at a later date. So either or, I want the student to have some experience in real estate with some successful background, so we are able to take the student to the next level. Not somebody completely novice telling me how can I do it, no money down. That's not for that kind of person.
What expectations do you have if a student sets up a fund with you?
So the sponsor is the fund manager, the one that actually sets up everything and gets it going. So that's the student that's going to take the training, get the turnkey structure, and roll on their own with any assistance that's needed, that we guide them through it. So I expect that student to understand that all investing starts with an assessment of risk. Don't go and branch out into things you don't know because you have more money. So if you look at it, you look at risk, reward, probability, and impact of failure. This is what you need to understand. So you need to look at the risk you're going to take. What is the potential reward? What is the ratio of success? What's the probability of failure? And have you done this before? So you want that margin of safety to be able to do it, because the impact of failure will affect more than you can imagine. You're dealing with SEC now, you're dealing with other people's money. So I expect of the student who graduates and becomes a fund manager, that sponsor that's doing the deals, you have to understand this, and the structure we give you helps you keep you in the safety margin in something you've done with the diversification you need and the guidance to be up and running in a way that protects you, that gives you the return and takes your game to another level. But you have to be honest with yourself. What are your areas of competence, and stay within these areas of competence. And as you do more, you can scale because you'll have more money to do more of what you do. Instead of doing a 20-unit apartment building, you can do a 100-unit apartment building. Instead of doing just one single tenant retail, you can do a bunch of these. You can do maybe a little shopping mall, etc. And scale your game with what you know and what you're comfortable with.
Like, why is it the right time right now that you feel like Cherif is the perfect time to crack the code on a real estate fund?
Okay, because the best time is when the market is going to go sideways, where the opportunities are going to come up and those who have money are going to get the properties for pennies on the deal, pennies on the dollar. So what's happening is you're going to have opportunities coming up. They're already coming up in the market. You could see the people like starting to say big discount, willing to take terms, call us, etc. And those who have the money can try to do small deals, but those who can organize the groups and have the money pooled together will make by far the best deals in the market that benefit the entire group. It's the greater good type of concept. So that's what happened to me in 2009. So
my next question is, I was getting a lot of investors that personally want to actually come into the fund and open up their own fund. What is the benefit of working with you versus just them following their own attorney?
Okay, so I'm sure they talk to attorneys, and everybody would know that attorneys have the liability if they're going to suggest things for anybody coming into a real estate fund. So the attorney is going to say, hey, Susie, how much do you want to pay? And Susie says, well, what do you think I should pay? This is the deal I'm going to make. I can't tell you how much to pay. I don't know if this deal is true. On papers, it looks good, but I cannot suggest that. So if something goes wrong and investors say, I'm complaining to the SEC, and the SEC gets a wind of it, they're going to first question is, look, who filed the fund? And they're going to go to the attorney and they're going to subpoena all the paperwork that person actually submitted. And they're going to say to the person, the real estate fund manager or syndicator, hey, how did you come up with these numbers? How did you say you're going to pay this, now you can pay it? What happened with it? And if the person said, well, the attorney told me, and then they dig into it. So attorneys, conclusion, don't want to say much. Attorneys have a template. In the template, there are certain disclaimers and disclosures that say, you say you're accredited, that means this and that. You say you're non-accredited but sophisticated, that means you understand this and that. You say that you're going to invest in this fund, you have the potential to lose all your money. And people freak out if they're not accredited. But these are certain disclosures that the attorney is going to make sure they're all there. And then they follow the rules to file it in each state where you're going to raise money. They are not going to train somebody into how to structure it, how to structure a fund instead of syndication, because each time they set up a syndication, they make a good 20 to 25K. And if they charge less, they're going to charge them an hourly fee to make up for the difference. Mm-hmm. So, but we say, no. You can go to an attorney, set up one syndication for one product, or you can come to me and I'll show you how to set up with a real estate fund and use my attorney who is licensed, who does research. And unlike other attorneys who just set up funds, my attorney does litigation as well. That means stands behind his work. Yep. And I've worked with him for many years. And then a couple more things here is once it's done, is you learn how to pitch it, how to present it, and you have the opportunity to ask ongoing questions and how to modify it as you need to.
For your personal perspective, what do you feel like is the most challenging part to when you first start your real estate fund?
The most challenging part could be one of two things. Either how to pitch, how to present your concepts in a way that is the right compliance for the SEC, not get too excited and overpromise, or not get too serious and blow the deal out. Yep. And the second thing is where to deploy the money that will be the highest and best return for the fund. Because all of a sudden your brain goes to another level. You got all this money and more money is coming, and you have to be very wise about how to deploy it. So some people find the challenge with the investors. Those who have investors have the challenge with the where to deploy it. Where to deploy it, you can use my fund until you get enough money. Because the challenge with raising the capital is, this guy gave me 50, this lady gave me 100, this person gave me 250. What do I do? That's so small. Well, if you can park the money in another fund that pays you for doing that effort, and have a critical mass, you can branch out, you can do it with me. If not, and you have the deeds, just do it directly. But the fun part about this is it's always hard in the beginning. It gets easier with time. Then it brings momentum with how you raise capital, brings momentum for the deals, and then things get easier.
What advice would you give a new fund manager such as myself, because you helped me launch my fund as well, and potential investors that want to launch their fund for 2023? What advice would you give them?
I would tell them to definitely look into this, call our office, call Ashley, and to know the value of what we do, compare us to what's out there. You helped me with a lot of questions to present it, because how do you know the value of something? You have to compare it. When it comes to numbers and things you're going to do, you have to compare. When I'm going to hire an attorney, let's say, and I'm going to pay $140,000, I have to see, is that his worth? Yeah, I think he's worth $140. And I go out in the market. The market pays $140. Okay, I got a fair deal. The market pays $160 or $180, and this person wants stability and steady income to have an in-house attorney, then that's the person I want to keep. The market pays $80. I just discovered by comparable situations that it's not the best deal. And same for what we offer. We offer the best package bar none, and I make sure it is the best package because I have self-interest in what they do. Their success is my success as they give me more success stories or do business with me.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, I definitely appreciate all of the help with everything. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Anthony, and all the best luck. I know you got a lot going on. It's pretty impressive. How old are you again?
I'm 29. I'll be 30 in October 2023.
The man is 29. He's already done a lot of real estate deals. He has a huge database. He's working with people. He's doing trainings. He's doing pitching. I applaud you, man. And you have already your own fund. So wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
And you guys met him right here.
Okay.